Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah,
Hey everyone, it's Guillaume Redfield. Today we're tackling the full review of the Lankeleisi MG600 Pro. It's a Chinese brand bike sold exclusively on the BuyBestGear website, a bike specialist. The MG600 Pro arrives at your door perfectly complying with European standards. On paper, it ticks all the boxes. 250 watts, 25 kilometers per hour max. But in reality, with its massive battery, its suspension, and a motor capable of outputting a peak of 750 watts, is it really the ultimate electric mountain bike? I pushed it to its limits, and believe me, I was blown away by the range. But I also found a few annoying little flaws. Let's get into the review. Let's start with a walk around. In terms of finish, the orange paint really pops, and the overall assembly is very clean. The ergonomics have been well thought out. The bike is made for people measuring between 1.65 meters and 1.90 meters. The riding position is comfortable, and using the smart LCD screen is super easy and intuitive on a daily basis, and it's perfectly visible in broad daylight. This is heavy duty. The bike is mounted on large 29-inch wheels fitted with excellent 2.4-inch wide MAXXIS Recon mountain bike tires. With these tires, the grip is excellent. Along with the front brake lever, the MG600 Pro is equipped with Zoom 4-piston hydraulic disc brakes, delivering powerful stopping power. Despite the weight of the beast, the combination of these tires and the 71-centimeter wide handlebar makes it extremely maneuverable. You can really put it exactly where you want. The grips offer great traction, giving you a good hold on the bike. On the left side of the handlebar, you'll find the rear brake lever and the control cluster. Power, headlights, turn signals, power selection, and the horn. Speaking of the horn, by the way, I find it ultra powerful. It literally sounds like a motorcycle horn. Another very practical little detail, to the left of the minus button, there is a logo with a foot. By holding it down, you activate a mode that pushes the bike at 6 kilometers per hour. It's a real helping hand when you have to start on a hill or when you struggle to get the bike going from a standstill. On the right side, you have the perfectly positioned gear shifter, which controls an 8-speed Shimano Altus derailleur. In terms of visibility, the lighting is activated directly from the dedicated button on the handlebar. The front LED headlight does the job very well, and coupled with the rear brake light and the turn signals, it feels really safe for urban commutes or slightly dark late afternoons. But be careful, it's a big boy. At around 30 kilos on the scale, the weight makes itself known if you have to lift it. To compensate for this weight, Lankeleisi went all out on comfort. We have a 150mm air suspension fork at the front and a 130mm air shock at the rear. On trails or rough roads, it's a literal magic carpet. Really robust, and the paint quality is truly superb. In fact, it doesn't go unnoticed. On the motor side, the controller manages the power very precisely. The LCD screen lets you navigate between 5 levels of pedal assist, the famous PAS modes. And here's exactly how the power is distributed. Mode 1, you get 50% of the power. Mode 2 goes up to 61%. Mode 3 delivers 73%. Mode 4 jumps to 85%. Mode 5 unleashes 96% of the power. And we also have the choice between a classic cadence sensor or a torque sensor for much more natural assistance. By the way, a quick technical side note because this is a huge strong point of this bike. To put it simply, a classic cadence sensor acts like a switch, meaning as soon as you turn the pedals, the motor kicks in and propels you at a fixed speed depending on the chosen mode. A torque sensor, on the other hand, measures the force you put into the pedals. The harder you push, the more power the motor gives you. It offers an ultra-natural sensation, like you have bionic legs. Being able to switch from one to the other on this model is extremely rare. For this review, I mainly used it with the torque sensor. Out on the field, what really struck me was the responsiveness. The electric assist kicks in immediately. As soon as you put even a tiny bit of force on the pedals with your foot, the motor engages smoothly. Let's try the cadence sensor. The difference is obvious. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on video, but I don't have to push at all. One turn of the pedal and the bike accelerates up to 25 kilometers per hour. This mode is handy if you don't want to exert yourself and just want to cover kilometers without getting tired. What about noise? It's pure bliss. You can barely hear the electric motor working. The bike is generally very quiet. Ultimately, the only real parasitic noise you'll hear while riding is that infamous kickstand rattling over bumps. So the $1 million question, what is this massive 960 watt-hours Samsung battery worth in real-world conditions? To give you an idea, I weigh 61 kilograms. I mainly use the bike in mode 3, which gives 73% power because with my weight, it's more than enough. It's ultra powerful and very comfortable, and here I was blown away. I rode for about 60 kilometers before the very first battery bar disappeared from the screen. During this ride, I tackled some pretty steep slopes that I would have absolutely never managed to climb on an acoustic bike. I used modes 4 and 5 from time to time for fun, and I finished my test reaching 100 kilometers on the odometer with 2 battery bars still remaining. A quick clarification, by the way, depending on the effort demanded from the motor, a bar will sometimes drop and then come back when you ease off the effort, which is completely normal. Very important note regarding comfort. To make this review as authentic as possible, I wanted to use the bike exactly as it's delivered, so I kept the stock saddle. But I have to be 100% transparent with you, I really don't find it comfortable over long periods. In fact, once filming this video is done, the very first thing I'm going to do is order a better quality saddle that's much better suited for my next long ride. Now let's see how to unleash the beast. A quick mandatory legal reminder, it is not permitted to use a bike that exceeds 25 kilometers per hour with assist, nor to have a throttle trigger that propels you faster than 6 kilometers per hour on public roads. What I am going to show you is strictly for private land. Regarding the throttle trigger, when your bike arrives, it's not installed by default. It's up to you to mount it. I must admit that it is an absolute comfort for commutes, to rest your legs, or to get back up to speed quickly. But don't forget, once installed, your bike behaves like a moped, and you are no longer legal to ride on European public roads. To unlock the bike's speed limit, it's very simple. Press and hold the mode buttons for 2 seconds to enter the settings. To navigate through the menu, simply press the mode button and then use the plus and minus buttons to increase or decrease the values. Go to the 03P menu, which is the speed limit setting option. You can then adjust this value to 52 to remove the speed restrictor. Once unlocked, here's what it looks like. Mode 1 already takes you to 25 kilometers per hour. Mode 2 to 33, Mode 3 to 41, Mode 4 to 46 kilometers per hour, and Mode 5 goes up to 52 kilometers per hour.
I was able to ride between 35 and 45 kilometers per hour several times with disconcerting ease. However, in Mode 5, I didn't manage to reach the symbolic 50 kilometers per hour mark. This is surely due to the fact that my battery was no longer fully charged, which slightly lowers the voltage and therefore the top speed. I tried again with a fully charged battery. In the minor complaints department, let's first talk about the included mudguards. They are very minimalist and feel a bit cheap. As a result, in really muddy conditions, they aren't super effective. Another little detail I noticed during the test, the kickstand has a tendency to make noise and rattle when going over big bumps at a good speed. Another strange thing, I noticed that the brake discs are not the same as the ones in the photos on the official website. A simple aesthetic change or a new supplier, I don't know. But what is certain is that every time I brake, they are quite noisy. Finally, on the mechanical side, I have a small drivetrain bug. When I put it in 4th gear, it clicks, and the chain keeps hesitating and skipping between 4th and 5th without me really understanding why. It's a detail, but it can be frustrating. Nothing dramatic, because I was able to do 100 kilometers without difficulty. I had to tell you. In conclusion, this Lankeleisi MG600 Pro is a machine for devouring kilometers. Yes, the kickstand rattles a bit and the mudguards are anecdotal, but the range is simply monstrous. The comfort of the air suspension is royal, and the power is definitely there when you need it. And honestly, when you look at the overall build quality and all these built-in options, this MG600 Pro is really ultra complete. Have fun comparing it with other big brands on the market to get this same assembly quality and so many crazy specs. It's an unbeatable value for money. If you're interested in this bike, I've put a link in the description. Don't hesitate to let me know in the comments what you think, like the video, and subscribe to support the channel. It helps me immensely. This was Guillaume Redfield. Ride safe, and I'll see you very soon for the next video.